Hi. So today I thought I would talk a little bit about hats because those seem to be really popular and people like me to embroider those. A lot of the guys like different kinds of hats and everybody is really different on what kind of hat they like. But I'm going to go over kind of some of the most popular ones and why some of them are harder to embroider than others. And so let's go ahead and dive in. So this is just a regular, dad hat from Amazon. I think I paid I think I got it like a dozen of them for like 15 bucks or something. Anyway, super easy, super cheap. I can do these, no problem. I'll take this out, but what I want to show you is the inside. So see how it's really flexible and malleable? That's gonna like my machine a lot when it's going through there, just because that fabric is a little more flexible and easy to do. So these are easy. I can do these super simple. Another one, this one's just, this is kind of the fancier one. I think this one retails for like $65, but it's called a melon hat, M-E-L-I-N hat. Sorry, I know I'm probably butchering it. I think a lot of guys like this because it has like the holes in the back and is kind of keeps their head a little cooler, so they like this hat. But there again, the price point might be a little off, especially if you're buying for workers or whatever. So not real typical for me to do these unless it's just like for a special occasion or for the owner or something like that. And then another one, this is probably the most popular hat, are the Richardson 112 hats. And for some reason everybody seems to like these. I think they think they're American made. They actually aren't, but a lot of people like these hats, and these specifically require these hats. I know that they're pretty good hat. They're pretty decent hat for a fairly cheap price. I think you can get these for like 20 bucks. So, people do like these. Most embroiderers hate these, and I will tell you why. Because right here, this fabric right here is, I don't know if you can see me kind of pressing in on it, has like a really hard place to embroider. So when we put it on the machines like just really trying hard to get in and get through there, and it's hard for the machine. It doesn't like it. And I'll tell you what, when I started this, beginning these, I hated them. I was almost determined that I was never going to do hats again because people wanted these, and I figured out a way for me to do them to make it easy. One, I think for me, is to make sure that they're digitized properly, which means, so I don't know, if I kind of went back to the beginning, if you're embroidering, you usually pay a fee to have it digitized, which means that the design that you have has to be put into stitches. So the machine reads it as little stitches that have to go onto the hat or onto the garment or whatever, so it has to be digitized. Well, interestingly enough, not every digitizer knows how to do hats, and they have to be digitized the right way in order for us to be able to do these. Unfortunately, my first digitizer did not know how to do hats, and I had no idea until I started doing a lot more research and realized that my digitizer does not know how to do hats. And I had to send it back multiple times. This is not a hat design. This is not a hat design. And they kept saying, yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I kept messing them up. And my machine kept throwing them back, and getting all kinds of errors and breaking needles and all kinds of stuff. So I changed digitizers, and I found a digitizer that knows how to specifically do hats. And so then it embroiders on the machine. So my machine likes this hat, and it does okay. It's still not my favorite because it's still really hard to get through because this is really thick and it's a buckram, and I have to go in and I have to steam it, and it's like a couple extra steps. But I know it's popular, so it's kind of that we have to just get around it. Another hat that I think is actually a pretty good hat, and is the Port Authority hats are not a bad hat. See, it's pretty decent. I think it's a nice looking hat. The the front is a little thick, but it's not as thick as a Richardson hat. And it seems to do just fine in my machine. So if you're looking for something a little more reasonable, priced, Port Authority is definitely an option, and they've got all kinds of colors and styles and stuff that you can pick from. But that's just kind of a general background on hats, and I don't know if that helps anybody, but that's something I definitely had to learn. So if you get a hat digitized, make sure you pick the right one and talk to the person that you're going to have embroider. Or if you want me to embroider it, just let me know. Get on my website, Mrs. B Potts, and let me know that that's something that you want, and I can definitely do it for you. Have a great day. Bye.